I don't think any man or woman should run for president unless, number one, they know exactly why they would want to be president, and two, they can look at the folks out there and say, I promise you, you have my whole heart, my whole soul, my energy, and my passion to do this. And I'd be lying if I said that I knew I was there.
And that was, of course, Vice President Joe Biden appearing on CBS Morning Show, agonizing over whether or not to run for president. Now, Ed Henry of Fox News is reporting that 3 of his sources close to the vice president have confirmed that Joe Biden will, I repeat, will, enter the race for the Democratic nomination for president. Henry also suggested that caution should be taken with respect to earlier reports issued today by NBC News, stating that the vice president would announce his intentions within 48 hours. While Biden's entry in the race would, to say the least, complicate matters for Hillary Clinton, the current Democratic frontrunner has been measured in her comments on a possible Biden run.
Are you doing anything to prepare for Joe Biden potentially ending the race? Is your campaign doing anything?
No, we're not, because this is such a personal decision, and the vice president has to, sort this out. He's been so open in talking about how difficult this time is for him and his family.
So, Heather Hansen, if the vice president does enter the race, how much damage does this do both to Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, or either one of them?
I think it does an equal amount of damage to either one of them and makes it a really interesting race. I don't know how Hillary will go after him. I don't know that she will. You saw it right there.
Well,
I think
so
that
far nobody's gone after anybody in the Democratic
well, that's
race.
Right. That's right. But at the next debate, I would have liked to have seen Biden go in before the first debate. I think the next debate will be very interesting. I think Biden's timing, if he does announce this week, right before the Benghazi hearings, is interesting. He's clearly aiming for Hillary because I think that most people have discounted Sanders. But I think it will have an equal effect.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, Heather. And Bill, why is it that everybody's making an assumption that if the vice president were to enter, as it now appears he may be doing, that it would be Hillary who would suffer from that? I think Heather's right. You're going to see both of them lose percentage points.
No, I think you're going to see it hurt Hillary more than Bernie, because I don't think a lot of people give Bernie a real genuine chance at winning it, whereas people do give Biden a really serious chance at winning the contest. Look, he looks moderate. With the push in this party trying to go to the left, he looks moderate.
Every poll shows that a Biden candidacy hurts Hillary far more than it hurts Bernie Sanders.
I don't know that that's true, actually. Some of the polls that I've seen have shown them both getting lopped off. And interestingly, while the polls have shown some ebbing in the support for Joe Biden over the past month, people are growing tired of the drama, it appears. But the question now becomes, what do you expect will happen to those numbers should Biden announce in the next few days? Joe, isn't it true that the best time for any candidate, the moment that they're the most popular, is right before they run for office?
And then they actually have to be exposed for things they've said and done. I think Joe Biden is very clean. He's very articulate.
That's what he said about Obama and got a lot of trouble.
That's my point. Hillary Clinton is exploring another invalid truth. We'll be generous with that when she says, no, we're not planning for Joe Biden to be. We're not even thinking about it. It is her worst nightmare, because Democrats like you would always take Biden over Hillary in a heartbeat. Every other Democrat we've had on the show likes Biden over Hillary. Hurts her the most easily. Bernie Sanders actually benefits because he's the only one that's seen as an outsider.
But do you think he benefits enough to actually defeat one of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because his trustworthy numbers are at 60%. And Hillary's untrustworthy numbers are at 60%. She's seen as a trustworthy guy.
I'm not buying that for a minute.
You always want what you don't have, and now that Biden's in, I think Hillary is on a trajectory upwards. I think she did well with the debate.
She dropped after the debate.
No, she did not.
Bernie's numbers improved after the debate.
So did hers, just not as much. We're going to get into this in the next segment, but that's not accurate. In every debate but the CNN debate, she outpaced him by a bit, and in the CNN numbers, he did get 5 points. She got 3.
Put those 3 on the stage, because I'm going to discount the other 3. Who's the best candidate of those 3? Biden, Sanders, or Hillary?
It's Biden.
What's that?
Depends who you ask.
Who
Ask
you ask?
Hillary.
I'm
she's
asking
gonna say
you.
Hillary.
I'm not asking Hillary. I'm asking you.
I think the reality is that Hillary will be the nominee. I
too.
personally
So do I.
like Biden, but Hillary will be the nominee.
She is a
of the
horrible
party.
candidate. The email thing's going to blow up in her face.
She'll be
I
your
don't
next
think so.
president.
I don't
She'll be your
think
next
so.
president. Oh my goodness
Oh,
gracious!
no, no.
She'll
no,
be
no.
your next
I
president.
think you're right.
I don't think she's
All right,
electable.
now what happens? Let's say Joe gets in. He's getting a late start bill.
Right.
We can presume that he's obviously been doing some fundraising behind closed doors. But can he possibly catch up in that regard? There's only so much he could have been doing.
I don't know how much he has to catch up. He's been the vice president for 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
People know who he is. He's got instant name recognition. People know where he stands, and people like him. And I don't care. We can sit out all the political conversations we want. We look at our candidates and think, well, I got to like that person. And people like him, and they don't like Hillary.
Well, Bill raises a point, Joe, that I think is interesting. Heather, you can weigh on this too. Is there a benefit to incumbency? You're right. Everybody's been watching him for all these years. He has the benefit of incumbency. But we haven't had a vice president become president since George H.W. Bush.
Right.
So does it really matter anymore?
It doesn't matter. I mean, Al Gore was a horrible candidate in his own right, right?
And he didn't win.
What's that?
He didn't win.
He won the national. He won obviously.
Yeah, but he
not
didn't
the electoral
win the
vote.
election.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it matters. I just think the competition is so poor when your competition is a socialist and one of the worst candidates, major candidates I've ever seen in Hillary Clinton.
Do you think it matters?
I think she's turning it around.
I do too.
I think that you're going to see a lot of changes. The people that I talk to, the women that I talk to, women who are after the debate, and now that she's taken the offense on the email thing, there's just been a change.
We're gonna,
The FBI will have a say on that offense.
They will. You're right about that. We're going to do a much deeper dive on this in the next segment. Do you think Joe Biden's going to enter the 2016 race for the White House? Let us know what you think at newsmaxtv.com/comments. Coming up next, we are going to take that deep dive. Hillary Clinton may have had the best debate, but did it help her in the polls?